Happy Fragrant Friday, Fraghead. Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with a new, Anchorage, Alaska got it this week, review. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well, my friends. My name is Ben, this is That Cologne Guy, and this is the channel that welcomes you to your weekend every single Friday. I'm going to switch my review style up a little bit because sometimes in my intro, I don't get to the review quickly enough. So I'm going to change that. I'm just going to put all my information up here. So check out my channel here. And then also down in the description box below. Make sure, excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit, but I will power through. Make sure if you like the content, that you like, comment, and subscribe, and send these episodes to your friends. It really helps, especially on the liking and the commenting when it comes to finding my channel in algorithms. So I really, really appreciate that. I am a small yet spirited and independent reviewer, and I'm very proud to say that I do not read from a script. I have a conversational style just for you. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? When it comes to this week's episode, I am checking out the fragrance Shuhrah pour homme. So I will be talking about the pronunciation of this and throughout the episode, but I want to say this is my first time, I think, reviewing a fragrance from the United Arab Emirates, and the house is Rasasi. So again, I'll be talking a little bit about the name and the house in more detail, pronunciation, because I get into all that stuff. I really enjoy that, and we will talk about that. First and foremost, though, I will get to the presentation, starting with the box. So when it comes to the box, it has a very minimalist style, and I don't speak or read Arabic, but I'm assuming that is Rasasi. I'm assuming that. And that is Shuhrah over here, and then that is again, I'm assuming Arabic version of Shuhrah. So and this is an EDP, as you can see here. Another thing that you will like is this is, for the perfectionists out there, this is the perfectionists in American English, in the U.S., where we use fluid ounces, this is exactly 3 ounces. This is the first time I think that I'm reviewing a 90 milliliter, 3.0 ounce bottle. So that's kind of cool. Now, couple of things I don't like about the box. These are exceptionally minor. This is probably just even in shipping. It did come cracked on the side. Don't really like that. It has kind of a cheap feel. I asked you guys in one episode if you keep your boxes. A lot of you do. I typically do not anyway. I just wanted you to know that. Also, also the batch code came, and you can not visible, so I cannot see the batch code fully here on the side. The good news is they actually just include when it was made right here on the bottom. So they kind of make up for that. You can see manufactured June of 2024 with all the other information that you would expect. So I just wanted to point that out when it comes to the box. The other thing I would say, to be kind of grumpy, is let me put the bottle in it. So even when the bottle is in the box enclosed, it's really loose and it jostles about quite a lot. A little bit too much for my tastes. Again, these are minor geeky points, but hey, I mean, I am reviewing the fragrance, right? So I have to point out every little thing. Okay, now let's get to the presentation of the bottle, and again, a very sleek, minimalist style here. Really looks niche, to be honest with you. This is designer. This is a cheapie, if you can believe this or not. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But this has very refined, minimalist, niche style display. Now on the bottom, of course, you can see the 90 milliliter 3.0 plus all the other information. And of course, this is an EDP, and this is made in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai, which is two of the main cities, at least in the U.S. When we think of United Arab Emirates or the UAE, we typically think of Abu Dhabi, which is the capital, and Dubai. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that too. But I'm excited because this is my first time reviewing this house and a fragrance from this country. Let me say, too, before I dive in on the actual notes, this is yet another bottle sent in by friend and subscriber Brian. So, subscriber Brian, thank you very, very much yet again for sending in a full bottle to review. I'll just let the cat out of the bag right now. He always says, do whatever you like with the bottle, no problem. I just want you to review it. And I will definitely be keeping this one in my collection. So that's a nod to the rating at the end of the episode. Okay, so there's that. That's the presentation. And this is a 2015, and this is a woody aromatic. Now, let's go ahead and do origins now, name and everything. Let's do etymology. So one of the things I did like about the box that I neglected to mention is when it's closed, I like on the back, on the lip there, right? See on the lid, it says Rasasi, and I like that. So in English, this would be Rasasi, and I'm assuming it's Rasasi and not something like Rasasi at the end. But you guys, I have many subscribers who speak Arabic. You guys can let me know. I'm assuming it's Rasasi, but I cannot, I don't know if that's the actual pronunciation. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. So that is the house. The house is Rasasi, and it's my understanding that the word in Arabic it means lead, like the lead in plumbing or a pencil. Or I also found gray, the color gray. So I don't know if it refers to the color gray or lead, like on a pencil or in plumbing. I don't know, but I wanted to let you know what that means. That's the house. Now let's talk about the name. The name itself is Shuhrah, and it is Shuhrah. Shuhrah. So Shuhrah, right? And now what's interesting to note is, so we're going to go with, if you don't know the pronunciation, you would just say Shuhrah, right? Shuhrah. It's a little bit of a tongue twister in English. Shuhrah or Shuhrah. And what I found is one of two possibilities. First of all, this is the name itself. I found two. One is a woman of impeccable reputation, and then the other translation is fame. I'm going to go with fame, and I'll tell you why. This is a for men's fragrance, and so I feel like if they're going to name it, it would probably be a name doesn't include gender, right? Like fame doesn't give anything away. Reputation, maybe. Where if it's a woman of good reputation, to me that would be more typical of, you would expect that in a perfume or something for women, but this is for men. So I'm going to go with fame. Now, it's my understanding, my limited understanding, and you guys please help me out if you can, walk us through this or clarify anything. But it's my understanding that the origin of the word is from Urdu, U-R-D-U. So it's Urdu. Urdu is a language spoken on the Indian subcontinent, but mainly in Pakistan. Now that's relevant because it's the official language of Pakistan. That's relevant because there are two possibilities, right? The United Arab Emirates, which is an Arabic-speaking country, Muslim religion, Pakistan, Urdu-speaking, but also Muslim. So there's a here. There are two things going on. Shuhrah could be a word that went from Urdu into Arabic in general for all Arabic speakers. They will always use this word to mean fame or good reputation. Or it could be that in the United Arab Emirates, there is actually a high Pakistani population. There is a high Urdu-speaking population in the United Arab Emirates, or the UAE. So it's one of the two. Either everyone in the Arabic-speaking world uses this word for fame or reputation, and actually maybe didn't even know that it was from Urdu, or it's specifically chosen because the house Rasasi is in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and maybe they're in around a lot of speakers of Urdu, and they like the word or they borrowed the word. And so you guys can help clarify, but that's my understanding of the word. So Rasasi, lead or gray. Shuhrah, which will go with Shuhrah in English, means something along the lines of fame, reputation. And again, this house is in the United Arab Emirates. Now, United Arab Emirates is really known for, well, many things, but at least three. One is modern infrastructure. The second one would be openness. And then the third would be hospitality. So again, it's an Arabic-speaking nation. I'm really excited to review this one. Now, that geography is a good segue into Middle Eastern fragrances. Obviously, this is a Middle Eastern fragrance, and when people hear that, at least in the States, we usually think of a couple things. A rose oud combination, explosive longevity, and explosive projection. And that's exactly what you get here. But you might say to yourself, here we go again, yet another rose oud combination. Does this find a way to be original? It absolutely does, for two reasons. Number one is the combination with the rose and the oud mixed with other floral components like the freesia in the top notes and the jasmine in the mid. Now, the second component is you'll either like this because it's a clean oud, or this would be a good oud for, the first time you dip your toes in the pool for an oud fragrance. What do I mean? Oud, I don't know if you guys, remember back in the day, M7 by Yves Saint Laurent, which is the first oud that I know of that really started the oud, fad. I typically go against the grain whenever there's something, a note like iris or whatever, there's a note that's really, really, really popular. I don't usually care for it. Now, I will say I'm different because when the oud craze hit, I didn't like it at first, but once I actually started having oud-based fragrances, I really, really, really liked them and still do to this day. Oud is all over the place because there's a very dirty, a fecal oud that is usually found in Southeast Asia like Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. Then you have, so that's very, very dirty and fecal. Then you have in the middle kind of a medicinal oud, and then you have over here just a very clean oud. Again, I'm talking about synthetic oud, not the actual agar wood from the tree, right? I mean, let's be honest, most of these companies are using synthetic notes. This one is, to be very clear, a clean oud. This one is not like the fecal, dirty oud that you would find usually from Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. This is more along the lines of possibly Indian, which for me, at least in my limited experience, is usually more medicinal, and over into Thailand where the oud, or even actually Indonesia. I would say this is I don't know, but I would venture to say that they're trying to emulate either Thai or Indonesian oud in the sense that it is exceptionally clean. This is kind of the oud for people who don't like oud. The other thing is oud is not a primary player here in this fragrance. It kind of lurks in the background. So I love this fragrance because it is unique. It has found a way to break out of the yet another oud rose combination and actually be original and stand out from the pack. All right, so that's a little bit about the etymology, a little bit about the notes. You got in the top, you've got rose and freesia, among other things, but these are the ones that I pick up. In the mid, you have rose, sandalwood, jasmine, and cedar. And then in the base, you've got oud, musk, and oak moss was another one that a lot of people noted that they really picked up. I didn't pick it up so much, quite honestly, but it is there in the heart. So those are the notes of this 2015 woody aromatic cheapie. I mean, when you consider that this thing can be had for $25 to $35 US, that is just outstanding. This one catapults right right off the bat catapults right into my top 5 cheapies of all time if I were to make one right now. It is that great. In fact, when it comes to things like this that just last all day and smell fantastic, it's really hard for me to justify niche purchases when it comes to things like this, because I mean, for $25, the cheapie factor is high here. This is an outstanding value. The bottle, the juice, everything points to a much higher price point. The good news is when you're not sponsored and you're a small channel like me, Rasasi isn't probably going to be watching this review anyway. So they probably won't see this and say, oh, he's right, maybe we should make this $100. If you made this $100, it would still be worth it. But thank God they don't. Okay, so let's get down to our categories now. When it comes to longevity, this one is usually categorized as enormous, and I would say it is that. Now, I'm going to say 8 to 10 hours. Outstanding. And a lot of people are going to say, are you kidding me? This is like 15 plus. I'm going to say 8 to 10, and here's why. I come in and out of the outdoors a lot. A lot of fragrances just get eaten up for me when I'm outside for an hour and they're just kind of gone. This one is a powerhouse. This one is for people who do work, maybe not outdoors, but if you're coming in out all day, it will last. So when I say 8 to 10 hours, I'm talking 2 to 3 sprays. And even if you're in the outdoors at times, this will power through at least 10 hours strong. So it is exceptional when it comes to longevity. Now, when it comes to projection, good news abounds, because this one's another one. You're looking at 1 meter or 3 feet of projection with only 2 to 3 sprays. If you spray 4 or more sprays of this sucker here, get ready just to clear out the room and the nasal passages of everybody in the room. So if you wear this to work, be very, very, very careful. If you are in conference rooms all day, in small meeting rooms where doors are closed, man, I'd either do 1 spray, maybe 2 at the most, or maybe save it for a different day. It's just that good. Now, sillage, which means scent trail coming in and out of rooms. Will you let it? Will you? Do you have to let it linger? No, all right. Sorry about that. Will it linger? And the answer is yes. Yes, it will. So sit back, get ready for compliments, or get ready for people asking you what you're wearing at least, because you will get noticed. If you like subliminal ones that are just for you and just close to your skin, you will not like this one. This has a lot of personality, a lot of character, and it really is explosive. So you will get noticed. All right, so sillage is outstanding. Now, when it comes to age, I tell you what, in the Arabic world, I feel like in the Middle East, if you said rose, oud, it would not necessarily mean 30 and up. For me personally, though, I would say in the U.S., when some guys are just not going to buy into rose. They're not, as a note. I do, obviously. In fact, Lyric Man by Amouage is one of the best roses ever made. I have a lot of fragrances with rose. I don't have any problem. But keep in mind, this has freesia, this has jasmine, and it has a ton of rose. And the oud is very clean. So this is going to be a turnoff to some of the bros. I don't see a lot of college bros rocking this juice, quite honestly. So I'm going to go with 30 and up as far as people who have it as their signature. They love it. They bought it. It wasn't just given to them. That category, I'm going to say 30 and up. Now, my opinion actually differs from a lot of people in Fragrantica, because they all say this is, like hyper masculine. So if you had something like, feminine here, masculine here, and then this was unisex, that it would be way, way over here, even off camera. Okay, I don't agree with that. I think it's right in the heart of masculine for me, and what that means is, for me, is it's not. I wouldn't say it's quite unisex. It's definitely, it leans masculine, but I don't agree with. I actually don't see this as like a hyper uber masculine fragrance. So I differ from others in that sense, and I'll tell you why. You guys have asked me to talk about what it smells like more. This, to me, smells, when you think of the floral components with a very clean oud, the cedar really flies under the radar. It's a background player. The sandalwood is divine. It's exceptional. It says leather. I didn't pick up a ton of leather, to be honest with you. And to me, it smells like, I recently was in Europe, and it was in a nice hotel, and they had a boutique. And when you see luxury soaps, when you see, something that is like really high quality, 4 or 5 star hotel, and you think of a luxurious hotel with all the incredible smelling soap products, that's to me what it smells like a bar of soap that you would find in a very elegant hotel. Took me too long to say that, but I got it through. Now, that is what I feel like it smells like. That's the good version. So I could see how some people would say that this smells like a cleaning product or detergent. I don't think so, but I want you to know that I want to give voice to the fact that I wouldn't be surprised if some people said that this smelled like a cleaning product or, a detergent maybe. So when you think oud, definitely, and when you look on Fragrantica, I just don't see this as like hyper masculine. I really don't at all. So I actually, for the percentages for men and women, I'm going to say that I'm going to go 66-34 on the split, meaning I would say 2/3 of the people who have this as their signature scent, who bought it, who wanted this, are men, and actually a whopping 1/3, 34% would be women. A woman could absolutely pull this off easily, no doubt. Okay, so now seasons, I gave up. I could probably tell you it's fall. I mean, maybe spring with the floral components. I guess if I had to choose a season, I would go spring. This for me is an all year around fragrance. End of. I've thought a lot about it. Same way with day night. There's just no. I would wear it anytime, any place, anywhere, any event, tux, football jersey, whatever works. This thing will shine, and that's what I love about this. Now, you would think that versatility was high for me. It is relatively high. I took this into consideration for my rating because when it comes to the rating, I had to consider the fact that some people don't like oud, and some people, when they do, they like the really, really dirty, fecal oud. And I would say for me personally, the clean oud factor might turn off some people, not me. I absolutely love it. Second thing is the floral components are going to turn some of the bros off. They're just not going to like wearing rose and jasmine and freesia. End of. And then finally, the fact that some will say it smells too much like soap or detergent. I find it absolutely outstanding. So, what is my rating? My rating is 5 out of 5 sprays for this fragrance, Shuhrah. In fact, I even considered giving it the elusive, coveted, highly sought after bonus spray, 6 out of 5. But I can't justify that only because I can't say that this is a fragrance for every single person and it's just this timeless classic that every guy should have in his collection at some point. That's not the case. That's it though when it comes to, some sort of criticism. It is outstanding and it is one of the best cheapies that you can get. This is clearly a 5 out of 5 sprays for moi. Okay, so we are going to go one on each wrist, one on the inner elbow, and then one on the neck. I'm going to vary it up a little bit when it comes to the sprays. 5 out of 5 for Shuhrah por homme by Rasasi. Boom. And this room's going to fill up. Boom. 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 And boom. There you have it. Another review by the boards. I had so much fun for this one. I can't wait till next week. I'm telling you, between this month, next month, and all of 2025, thanks to you fine folks, I have a ton of the best juice on the planet to review. And I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for everything. And always remember, my friends, Fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. Number one is its combination with the number